Joining us today, we have Steve Georgi with Allendale Incorporated. Steve, we know the wheat market has been pretty strong here given what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. A lot of folks looking forward to spring wheat planting this year, but boy, they're off to a pretty tough start.
They are. You know, and you look at just the all the turmoil that we've seen up in the Dakotas. North Dakota is still a very, very big problem, you know, and you look at what we have as far as more rain coming. They've got another inch of rain over the next week as well, something that these guys do not need up there. And so it is a big, big problem. Talking with one of our offices up near Fargo, it is a mess, and it's going to be. So what are we going to do? Will we see acreage slip? Are we going to see them kind of abandon those acres and move them into corn, maybe even into beans? You know, it depends. And if this rain is going to continue, this is going to be a big problem. A second crop, you know, a lot of guys talking preventative plant, whether or not we're going to see preventative plant up there. It could happen, and it is such a problem that we need to be very aware of that. These spring wheat, the spring wheat acres and spring wheat trying to go in right now is struggling. We know it. The Minneapolis wheat contract really not reflecting some of the issues we have, but I think that's more because we haven't seen demand yet for wheat. If we start seeing demand here in the U.S., and could be something that can be very friendly moving forward. But we need to see what happens. The next week to 2 weeks there, very, very detrimental that we actually see things dry out and we can get guys in the fields again. A lot of problems up there in North Dakota.
What about Canada? Obviously, they grow a lot of spring wheat as well. What do their numbers look like?
Yeah, so StatsCan came out with their numbers. You had the market, before they even came out with the numbers, very, very strong. And continuing to be that way. They did come out with some very friendly numbers, and so they did show that those numbers, that there is a problem up in Canada as well. So it's the question is, when do we see the demand shift? Right? If Canada's got a problem, U.S. has a problem, you start hearing rumors out there that India is not going to export wheat or put some kind of number on what they are going to export, and then they come back and say that we're not. When do we see the demand shift to the U.S.? And I think that is what the market's kind of waiting for. But these problems are real. I feel for those farmers up there and certainly feel for those issues that they're dealing with. So, but Canada supported the idea that their wheat is not as good as well. And so still very bullish market, or can be anyway, if we start seeing demand pile in as well.
All right. Well, it'll be something we'll continue to watch. Thank you so much, Steve. Sure appreciate you being here on Ag Day. We'll be back with more coming up. Just a minute.
To talk to Steve Georgi one-on-one, call Allendale Incorporated at 800-262-7538 or head online to allendale-inc.com.